السلام عليكم. معكم دكتور رعد جيمر، حياكم الله في قناتي. Welcome for Ellen Wake 2. يا اخي انت فين ما نروح هو ورانا يعني. لا هو مقتول كمان يطلع لك، قلبه مو هو فيه برضو يطلع لك. رزالتك، مو خلاص دفناك؟ ايش الغتاتة دي؟
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath, the dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
يا اخي الجيم ده صراحة غريب في احداثه، وغريب في قصته، غريب بكل درجة صراحة. انا صراحة البارت حق ساقا عجبني جدا، بالذات لما تيجي تحقق. تخش قالك غرفة التحقيق، تحط الصور، تحط الأدلة في الجدر. يعني صراحة حبيت لما تجلس وتقعد مع خيالها، تتخيل الأحداث. يعني بصراحة يعني حبيتها أشكر ما حبيت مع إيلان ويكي. نعم ما أقول لك ما في شيء صراحة، بس مو زي ساقا. صراحة حبيتها.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
نطلع من هنا. والله ودي أطلع من هنا. صراحة البارت السابق كان مو غتيت، الغتيت وغتيت حلو بس ثقيل دم بنفس الوقت.
Parliament Tower, our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home?
هو يبغى نطلع
Going to our apartment?
الفندق ده، مدري البيت ده.
Or was this just an echo of
حتى
the real
صورتك
thing?
هنا.
Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
في تلفون يرن صح؟
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratchable.
Wait, hello?
صراحة يلعب في نفسيتك يعني بدرجة انه ايش اقول لك، يعني تكره الجيم ده بصراحة. يعني خليك ما تبى تلعب ولا بارت فيه.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or Maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
انا قلت يمكن في حاجة هنا عشان كذا ناخذ لفة سريعة. ما في اغنية يعني، كل اسانسير لازم في موسيقى كده كده يعني ترتب الاجواء. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحركة دي مرة اكرهها يعني، قد ما بحاول اتعود ماني
Alice's
قادر
photo
بصراحة.
equipment set to go off when the door opens.
شغل الفلاش. بس حلو الكاميرا قدام الاسانسير، ما ادري قدام البوابة على وجهك على طول.
Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this?
صورته كده.
Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
طيب ندور لها الميموري كارد. اوكي. بارت 1. اوف.
Part 1.
ليه كم
What was
بارت
Alice working
عندنا؟
on?
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him, one I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
والله لعب في نفسيتها من جد رعب. شوف كيف وجهه دحين صار بريء.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
والله غلقنا الشابتر بسرعة، ما جاء على بالي كذا.
Let's recap what you've told us so far, Ellen. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image. as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the dark place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
الله غرفة الأدلة.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
لخبطة في الموضوع، ولا ايش رايكم؟ فولو ذا، هذا اغنية برضو. ايوه اغنية تي في شو، خلاص شفناها. نروح غرفة الأدلة او البورد زي ما تقولوا. ماب. والله عندي مو دليل، أدلة.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
او ماي جاد، وات حرفيا. طيب هذه فين؟ اعتقد هنا. يا راجل نرجع. هنا كمان.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
عجبتني. واو.
Keep trying.
يا ابوي لسه عدوهم بادئين. هذا فوق. تعتقد هنا؟ برضو هنا؟ إلين ويك لحال واخذ جدر كامل.
Fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true. Turn the world into a fucking nightmare. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen.
تعتقد انه هنا؟ والله
Creepy dolls, mysterious rhymes. No weirder than anything else going on, I guess.
يا راجل. هذا البيت اللي رحت له. هي تحسه غريب.
That's it.
حرفيا غريب. ايوه لما دخلت وشفت الوضع كيف، تحس انه بيت يخطفوا فيه اطفال ما تداري، ولا في كاميرا تصوير عليهم. تحس انه الوضع مو تمام. اما ولا واحد فيهم.
No.
باقي لي واحدة بس. فور ليتر ليه؟
Fiction coming.
يمكن في دليل ناقص.
Okay. Mr. Wake, I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew a weapon.
غريبة ما طلع لي. هي مستغرب في الموضوع يعني. عندي واحدة هنا. طيب نشوف هذه.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
لسه برضو ما رأت تنفك. في شيء ناقص، في دليل ناقص، في شيء ناقص.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
From now يعني اقدر اغير between Saga and Alan. حس في شيء لين رجعت على ورا مع الفجعة. هذا البارد ده لما انساه طول عمري. جاب لي ضغط وتوتر نفسي. ليه دي المرة أنا جاء على بالي ألعب بساغا. ليه ألين ويك؟ ما جاء على بالي والله، حسب بلعب بساغا.
Scratch was reaching out from the dark place to get Alice. She was out, but still in danger.
همشي لا تدخلوني القطار والمترو بأمانة بالله، ما يناقص رعب نفسي بصراحة وصداع.
Our guest tonight is Alan Wake. This time we wanted to do something.
I was back, and I hadn't forgotten. I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more surprises.
what demons he wrestles with in the dark hours of the night. Together with our house band, the divine old gods of Asgard, we have created something special. The song is called Herald of Darkness, and I'd like to call this next section the story of the journey of Alan Wake, the musical. We just do what we always do. We'll chat, but instead of talking, we'll sing it.
هز راسك هز راسك، انت ما تدري ايش الهرجة اصلا من الاساس.
From what I've gathered, you grew up nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made-up fury. And mama gave me a magic clicker. Well, yes, I think it's true and fair to say. Come on in and listen, lost words you've been missing. Now the fire you're bearing, the eye of the darkness, your light.
والله انا ضايع بصراحة، ما انا عارف وين اروح.
So you were drawn to stories early on. My dreams would light up my imagination. And you had nightmares night and day. Yeah, but with the clicker I chased those frights away. You, so true. So here is the clue of hope to remember. Visions they come true. Bend the lights with steel.
هم اللي يفتحوا لي الطريق. والله البرد ده غريب.
And the award goes to Alan Wake. And all your stories of crime and chilling thrillers of hard-boiled killers became bestsellers. It was all too much. I had to get away. ruin my life that way. Would you say you lit the jaded lie? Dark shades could never save the day. So sad, but true.
والله حست، والله صراحة مرة حست. واخيرا والله ضيعت الفلاش كله. يعني لو يجيني وحش راح اضيع. بدينا. اكره ما عليه لما اوقف في مكان وماني عارف وين اروح. طلع الاجابه في نفس مكانك. يلا سلاح جديد. والله ما ادانا هو الا خلك جاهز. لا المكان ده وترني بصراحة، والله وترني. معليش ما اقدر اتكلم بصراحة، انا الصوت مرة عالي.
I didn't see that coming.
يعني انا اللي شفت.
A vision.
انا في الرأي.
Such a dark place, am I trapped in here? Is this real? I cannot remember. There was a manuscript, it held the key. A vicious cycle I must not surrender to. Echo seems to seek out again and again until I figure it out to bring this song to its end.
والله انا ضايع، حاسس اني رجعت نفس المكان مرة ثانية. اتمنى لا.
Find your way out to bring this song to its end. I gotta figure it out. And I thought this place couldn't get any stranger.
تقول لي
Champion of light,
Catchy, right?
herald of darkness, lost in the Swedish brothers, perkele. Ai, että nyt on kyllä, joo.
يا ما اتكلم معاه
Laita
يعني
pojat
ولا-
jenkkakoneet soimaan. Atana.
بارت صراحة غريب. طيب شكرا على المتابعة، لا تنسون اللايك وشير وسبسكرايب. مع السلامة.